Can someone with zero experience in 3D printing design and print a product that will make life in the workshop a little easier? Hang out with me for a few minutes. Let's see what we can do. As a Christmas gift last week, my wife gave me a Bamboo Lab A1 3D printer, which I am super excited about because I've been researching them for a couple of years to buy one myself. I just hadn't gotten to it yet. Now, I'm a 100% total rookie in the 3D printing world and have only done a couple of prints from files that I downloaded from the internet, but I didn't want a 3D printer just to print files that other folks created. Although I do have to say there's an amazing amount of really creative and useful prints out there that can be downloaded for free from sites like MakerWorld, Thingiverse, and printables.com. The main reason I wanted to learn how to do 3D printing was to create my own solutions. And I've always wanted to 3D print a full-size Darth Vader helmet. I am totally printing a Vader helmet. One of my hobbies is wood turning. So the first challenge I'm giving myself is to design a better way to store and access my wood turning tools when I'm working on a project. Right now, it's a bit of a pain. I'm certain I could have gone online or to a local store and purchased something that would have solved this problem long ago, but that seems kind of boring. And I was fortunate enough to retire a couple of years ago. I have the time for this kind of stuff. To design a possible solution, I'm going to use a free internet application called Tinkercad. I just learned about Tinkercad a couple of days ago while watching random YouTube videos about 3D printing, and I stumbled across an instructional video by a young kid who did such a good job demonstrating some basic stuff in the application that I was immediately convinced to give it a try. Now, before creating this video, I did spend about an hour or so in the app just trying to learn the absolute basics. And since this is my first real project, my goal is to keep the design very simple but capable of getting the job done. So after taking a couple of measurements of the handles on the wood turning tools, I'm ready to try to design a prototype. We won't spend much time in Tinkercad for this video. I'm still learning about the application myself and can be almost certain that it's going to take me a lot longer than it probably should. Well, I was definitely right about that part. Because I'm still learning, it took about 30 minutes to draw this prototype, but now we have one slot that I'll print to see how the wood turning gouges fit. While the prototype is printing, this is probably a good time also to mention that this is the very first video I've edited specifically to post to this channel. So while I'm teaching myself new 3D printing and design skills for content, I'm also teaching myself new video editing skills in hopes that this content will be worth watching. If you do happen to find this video to be interesting and or entertaining, don't forget to like and subscribe. That's what all the YouTubers say, isn't it? So I'm really glad I printed this prototype because right away I noticed a couple of things that I want to improve before I draw up the final product. The first is the back support wall. After looking at it, I think it's a little bit thin. It would probably be okay, but I want to beef it up a little bit since there's going to be several wood turning tools hanging from this one rack. The other thing that I want to fix is the mounting hole that I put in the top corner is a little bit small, so I'm going to make that a little bit larger. And then, but the rest of it, I think is going to work out just fine, and we're on the way. Okay, I went back to the drawing board and addressed those few items that I had identified after printing the prototype. I made the back wall a little bit thicker by 1 millimeter, which I think will be fine now. And I also increased the size of the holes. And then based on the plate size of my 3D printer, this is as big as I could print one. So this will be fine. It's going to give me 5 slots, but then I'll be able to print more if I need them to go on the wall. But I think having one that has 5 slots for the tools that I have will be just fine. In the meantime, we're going to print this up and see how it turns out. For me, it's fun to watch a 3D printer work, but what's even more fun is using the magic of video editing to make it work faster. This print took about an hour and 10 minutes to complete in real time. All right, let's talk about the final product. Overall, I'm very happy with how it printed out, the quality. There are some minor imperfections from the print that I'm guessing maybe has something to do with the positioning in the bed that I had it, or perhaps I need to make some temperature adjustments to the print head based on the type of filament. Overall though, I think this is a really good quality print. I'm also happy with the changes that I made to the final drawing in regards to the thickness of the back wall. I made it 1 millimeter thicker, which I think will make a difference for the overall sturdiness, and the increased size of the mounting screw holes was definitely needed. So the last thing that we need to do is get it hung up on the wall and put the tools on it. Let's see if we've got a good product. And there we have the finished project. I'm very pleased with how it turned out. It's definitely going to make working in the shop a little bit easier when I'm doing wood turning. And the next step for me is to make another one that will fit the handle sizes of the other wood turning tools that I have. Thanks for hanging out and watching the video, and I'll see you again soon. Take care.